Good morning. How are we? Hey, it's Tuesday. You know what that means? We made it through Monday. It tried really hard to be a Monday. Even though it was a Monday, it really tried hard to be a Monday yesterday. I don't know about you. Hey, Perrin, how are you? What's happening this morning? Perrin is in Southern Shores, unless she's gone some other place. And we're just hanging out here in the studio. Me? Well, John's over there behind Cindy, where she usually sits, but I'm not going to drag him out. He's there. And we're just hanging out here. Yeah, good morning. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Welcome to the day. Perrin, you're right. Last morning by myself. And tomorrow she'll be back. We're talking Cindy. She's been on vacation. And she made it. They left Atlanta yesterday. Her and Mr. D and LZ. And they made it to Topsail Island. Just down the coast a little bit. They're going to drive up. I don't know what comes up through there. 17, I think it is. Kind of meets up near Plymouth. So that's their drive later on today, and she'll be back in the studio tomorrow. So for whatever it's worth, they just wanted to see something different, which is kind of pretty cool. Hey, Victoria, how are you? How's our Charlie this morning, and how is Hartford? And Gina's checking in from Little Washington. I know, almost spring. I know what you're talking about. Man, I was, here, let me try something here. Let me find it. Where are you? Give me a second. We can hope, can't we? I was looking at that this morning. Cindy's prepared all these backgrounds for us for the holidays, for summertime, for the beach, for Christmas. And since I'm pressing all the buttons this morning, I thought, well, I'll put a background on there. So I stuck with the beach. But now that you mentioned spring, we could be hopeful. Now that the snow's kind of melting off. I just talked to Diana in Elizabeth City. She was the winner of Tough Trivia this morning. I said, Diana, is the snow still hanging out there? She goes, yeah. So I don't know. Oh, thank you, Perrin. A little bit of trivia for us. It's Topsail. Okay, kind of like Wilson. Topsail Island. I like it. Okay. Gary's checking in. 72 in Ocala today. Snow melting in Richfield fast. That's good. We do have some warm temps just about for everybody for the next couple of days. For the Outer Banks of northeastern North Carolina, maybe a little rain on Thursday. That could happen. Oh, heck yeah. Victoria, yeah, I like, you know what? Roberta Flack. What a great couple of songs. Killing Me Softly. And first time ever I saw your face, always going to think of her. Well, they're her songs, but you know what I'm saying. It's the first thing I thought of, man. Just those slow, beautiful songs and a really pretty voice that Roberta Flack had. She passed away, I believe it was yesterday, and she's in her 80s. So, Michael, one more good snowstorm before spring comes. Well, you know what? It could happen. If we lived north of the North Carolina-Virginia border, I would say probably will. But I don't know. It's really iffy. It's hard to get it to snow in North Carolina, as you well know. All right, let's go back to the beach. There we go. And, yeah. So tomorrow morning this time, I guess Cindy will be talking about everything NASCAR. We'll get a recap on that. So starts at 8 o'clock, of course. We do this every morning for those of you that are new to this show. It's Monday through Friday. Starts at 8. When it ends, well, that's usually what happens. So for some of us, if you join us on Facebook, we go a little long. If you're joining us on another platform and you're watching, it's about 8:30. We say goodbye to you folks. So join us either way. Do appreciate it. So how's everybody else doing? Doing pretty good. Who else we got here? Let's see, Lori, is she in here yet? Let's see. I don't see her. And still haven't met up with Mike from Iowa. I saw that he was on here Friday. but I haven't seen him since. I know you guys were starting to worry about him, and I get it. Maybe he's just working or something. I don't know. Got my shark mug today. We're doing pretty good. Just hanging out. And what else we got going on here? Kristen's here. I see her. She just said, hi, good morning, Kristen. How are you? Any good picture taken yesterday? You have to prepare a photo dump for us. Cindy will be back tomorrow, and she can manage those. If anybody has any, she's probably going to bring her own pictures. Actually, probably have that to do. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I like them because, you can put, like, see in here, ow. You can put a cookie in there if you wanted to, and you can put your milk or your coffee or whatever you want in there. So you just walk around, you got what you need, put it back. It's pretty cool. I like it. And Kristen says, yes, going to post some of those today. Well, that is awesome. Low tide pics. All right. That's pretty cool. I was watching something, Kristen, just between me and you and everybody else. You might want to check this out. Outer Banks Visitors Bureau. They've done a series of 6 short film / videos called The Outer Edge. And there's a different topic for each one of them. They're promoting some really cool things about the Outer Banks. And one of them is photographers. And they spent about 10 minutes with Eve Turek, with Wes Snyder, and Daniel Pullen, and I forget the other guy. I'm so sorry. But check it out. It's really, really good, Kristen. It's inspiring. Yeah, it really is. They talk about the history of the Outer Banks, just like we were yesterday. You can check it out, Outer Banks Visitors Bureau. If I can find it this morning, I'll share this on my Bill Thomas page. If I can find the link from Eve this morning, I'll share it. So be looking for it there. It'll be right after we finish here. Now, you might be able to find it quicker. Wes, what a cool story. Well, Wes and Daniel Pullen have a great story. They do. Okay. All right, cool. All right. Gary is talking. He says, carpet for 2 bedrooms, the den, and the small hall today. Sent you a pic of the Vespa I had in the... Oh, okay. All right, Gary, I'm going to save that picture, and we'll share it tomorrow, because I think tomorrow will be a giant photo drop. It was his only mode of transportation, and Sharon had the Nova to drive. That's kind of cool. Very, very cool. Kristen, Daniel takes really good pictures. It's not just, he explains how his style changed over the years. Okay. All right. No problem. I remember seeing, we got enough time. I remember seeing, it was OBX Locals, that Facebook page that everybody either gives you good information on or talks trash on. It's a Facebook page, and sometimes it can be kind of trying. I remember the day I was scrolling on Facebook. This is like 2017. And I saw this guy. He had this, I don't know, some SUV or something all packed to the gills, like the Clampetts when they were heading to Beverly Hills in the old sitcom. Okay. And he said he was leaving where he was. He was moving to the Outer Banks to become a photographer. I'm like, man, that's putting it out there. He had taken a really good photography class. He'd bought 1 camera, and he moved down here with his 2 dogs and started his photography business. Yeah. The Clampetts, exactly. Well, he was packed up like that, man. And I've talked to him about that. That was Wes. It was Wes that did that. And you know what? Out of necessity, it's either do or die. He made a success out of his business, and he is really pushed forward into the world of people are so aware of his work and his niche. Some of the stuff he does with the night photography, it's really good. So, all right. So we got about less than a minute. We're going to be talking about something here, and you guys take a break. I'll be right back. All right. There you go. All right. Mike's up. Your station for the Killer Hits, 102.5 The Shark. It is Abba and knowing me and knowing you. Good morning to you. It is 8:11. It's Bill and Cindy in the morning. Killer Hits all day. Cindy will be back from vacation tomorrow morning, and we'll be talking about a lot of Cindy stories, I'm sure. She sure packs a lot of fun into everything she does. Your Shark forecast, mostly sunny today. High 60 along the coast, 65 if you're inland. Clear tonight, low 42, sunny and 55 tomorrow. That's through the beaches, and 62 if you're inland. Even better on Thursday, closer to 70, but there's a chance of rain moving in there, so we have to deal with that. 38 right now in Camden, 42 in Moyock, and 45 in Nags Head at 102.5 The Shark. All right, so if you ask travelers what they'd like airlines to offer as a perk or something, what would you say? Maybe free baggage? Yeah, no, don't charge for my baggage claim. That'd be kind of cool. Free Wi-Fi might be nice while you're on the plane and you're not in airplane mode. Compensation for maybe the delayed flights that happen from time to time because of the weather or whatever. And well, these days, maybe even maybe even a safe landing. I don't know. But most people would not have asked for this. And JetBlue has announced a new partnership with a startup company called Weather Promise. And it's a new program that reimburses travelers if it rains on your vacation. This is legit, although it's not for every flight. So the way it works is if you book a vacation through the JetBlue folks, the guarantee is available on eligible flights and hotel packages booked through JetBlue. There's protection offered for all the trip components, including your car rentals and your activities. It would provide reimbursement up to $2,500, equivalent to the total cost of the trip, if it rained for at least 3 days. So a little rain doesn't count. It's got to be an excessive rain event, which is a little vague. I understand that, but and the reimbursement process is actually automatic. That was one of the big pluses with this when it was rated. No paperwork to file, and you still get to, take the trip too. And you shouldn't expect to get your vacation paid for just because the weather is not perfect. It's basically a way to make you feel a little bit more comfortable if you book a trip, say, to Florida during hurricane season and something happens, stuff like that. So it kind of makes sense. It's a new trend for the airlines, that's for sure. But that's what's going on. You might want to check it out, especially if you're traveling. Coming up within 10 minutes, it is Today in Music. Plus, we've got more killer hits like this one from Neil Diamond on 102.5 The Shark. Hang on. All right, almost there. Just got to set up the next break. Kind of the behind-the-scenes stuff you see here. All right, so let's catch up on your comments, see what's going on. What are you guys talking about? Bum, bum, bum. All right, I'm just catching up, so hang on. Back up to where you guys started talking. Okay. All right, Victoria, we're still talking about the photographers here. She likes Donna Hayden's too. Okay, that's cool. I'll have to check that out. Kristen says, the Milky Way shots is what I'm talking about. He talks about that. Wes does. And let's see. Parents got a good question. Where are Wendy, Sally, and Linda? Now, Sally was gone for 29 days to St. Croix. But she came back. We saw that. Mike says we need to talk. We've got to talk about Cindy's pay. She's riding around in that big motorhome. Takes a lot of gas, doesn't it? Kristen would like a big motorhome too. Wouldn't we all kind of like that? I mean, that's pretty cool. And Perrin is commiserating on where is Wendy and Sally and Linda. Good question. Yeah, hold on. I have never been lucky enough to see Neil Diamond. Now, Cindy's a big Neil Diamond fan. It's mainly because her mom liked Neil Diamond. So I think it was just kind of instilled in her. Hey, Lori, there you are. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. And Bethy B, where are you? Bethy B Dundee. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. Gary's seen Neil Diamond twice in Cleveland and once in Oklahoma City. Hey, Lori, how are you? How are you? How are you? Hysterical. Bum, 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 bum. Let me see what we got here. Messages. Okay. Catching up on stuff I got to take a look at. I'm the guy that people let know something's wrong. But nothing's wrong this morning. I just have to check them. So my apologies for glancing towards the phone all morning. Happens some days. Lori, what are you up to today? Are you working or playing? We are just talking about stuff. We're talking about photography. We did a little bit of that yesterday. We're talking about Outer Banks Visitors Bureau and some videos they've produced that are pretty cool. And, oh, you're off today, Lori. Good for you. A Tuesday. That's going to be a nice day. You got anything to do around the house? You might make it outside. It might be a good day to do something. And Kristen's having bagel bites this morning. Well, there's Diane. Good morning, Diane. How are you? How we doing? Really? Okay. Good to know. I don't hear everything. You know, sometimes the signal goes kaput for a second or two. On the radio portion, it's always a possibility that can happen. Sometimes with the stream too, it's possible. I do not know what occurred. So, and Diane says, we are great. Awesome. Very cool. But Perrin, thank you for being in my ears and let me know something did happen. I appreciate that. I'll look into it. Mike's finally getting out of bed. Fix it. Oh, fried potatoes and onions. Oh, yes. You're talking my language. Some good stuff there. Let them brown now. Let them brown up, okay? They're better that way. But don't burn the onions. That's a fine art, isn't it? Diane's sipping coffee. A lot of us are this morning. I breezed by a couple of the other studios. Brian Summers was in there, but he wasn't sipping coffee. He had his energy drink. I was like, no, that's a little too much for me. Just a little bit. I used to do energy drinks, but not anymore. Kristen, let's see. Went to the visitor center years ago to get every brochure they had. Wow. Okay, very cool. Yeah, I know, right? So many places come and go on the Outer Banks. Owens. I never thought I'd see Owens go. You know, it's still there. It's just a different name and different people running it. But, you know, he or she or they are going to do something a little different than the Owens did. You know, that's bound to happen, I think. But he used to work at Owens years ago, so he's got a lot of experience about the way they did things. So I think he was a pretty good fit, from what I understand. Sea Cove, I never went there. Now, Perrin can chime in on some of this stuff. Yeah. What else? Oh, cool. So Gina's at work when you listen. Listen while you work. Cool. Thank you for listening at work. We appreciate that too. Tammy, Forrest. Forrest does good home fries? Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, Lori, I tell you what, they're rolling out the shows, announcing them. They certainly are. Can't wait. Yeah, that's kind of, well, it is kind of tough. Because I'm talking about Kristen's comment, it breaks my heart to see the established places go. There was like so many other good places around here that came and went that had great food that aren't around anymore. I mean, and even the bar restaurants that came and went. Of course, there's the iconic Kelly's. You know, who'd ever thought he would hang that up and sell that property and get out of that? But time marches on, you know. They're slamming Sammy's. Of course, you know, Dirty Dick's does a great job. I mention them because I see this restaurant every day, just adjacent to where our property is here at the radio stations. It was slamming Sammy's during the 90s and the 2000s. And then before that, it was Sweetwater's. Those kind of places, you know, we could sit here and talk about these places, these kind of things all over the place. And oh yeah, Newman's Shell Shop. She was such a nice lady. Do you ever remember her? She had like a can of Breck on her big blonde hair. And I say that affectionately because my mom was like that too. Oh, and the Portico. I desperately miss the Portico and what it was. Building's still there, which is kind of cool. Oh yes, the Windmill Restaurant, Windmill Point. Am I right there? I think it is. Yeah. Now, cool thing, Sammy's still around. He lives on the street. He lives in this neighborhood where the radio station is. Why wouldn't he? He ran the restaurant. I see him almost all the time. Oh, Van's Pizza. Oh my gosh. And Kristen says Ms. Newman. Yeah. What a nice lady. And the Hermit Crab races. Yeah, Gina, there's a lot of good memories at places like that. There is no doubt in my mind. Yeah, a can of Breck. I can still smell it. Not Mrs. Newman's, my mom's. Oh, the wharf. Boy, did you ever wait outside the wharf to get in? Papagayos, remember that one? Yeah, I love that one. Yeah, we talked about the casino, Gary. Again, if I was a time traveler, I think I'd have to take a stop there. I really do. That's right, man. Who are we talking about here? Who are we talking about there, Perrin? I've lost track of the comments, man. I'm keeping up with everybody's comments here. You can let me know. I'm going to take a break and do Today in Music, and we'll come back and chat here in about 2 minutes. Yeah, the casino would be amazing to see. Yep. Yeah, I like Kitty Hawk Heights too. I'm glad they're there. And some of the shops that are in their shops are really cool. That is for sure. All right, Today in Music, and we'll be right back with you, okay? Hang tight. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. All right. Mike's up. Your station for the Killer Hits 102.5, the Shark, Phil Collins and Studio. It is 8:25. It's Bill and Cindy in the morning. Killer Hits all day. Cindy on vacay. This is her last day of vacation. She'll return tomorrow for the show. Hey, your shark forecast looking pretty good. Mostly sunny today. High 60 along the coast, 65 if you're inland today. Clear tonight, low of 42. Sunny and 55 tomorrow along the coast, and 62 if you're inland. 42 right now at Ahoskie, 51 in Buxton, 45 and Nags Head at 102.5 The Shark. And it's time for Today in Music, which is brought to you by Bojangles. Don't forget, at Bojangles, they serve up those hot, fresh, made from scratch buttermilk breakfast biscuits all day, every day. Anytime that you're ready, it is bow time. 2011, it was Susan, better known as Susie Rotalo. She passed away from lung cancer. Who was she? Well, she was the one-time girlfriend of Bob Dylan and the inspiration of some of his early songs. And Susan even appeared in one of the decade's signature images, that one of her walking with Bob Dylan arm in arm for the cover of Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. 2009, President Obama honored Stevie Wonder. It's his musical hero with America's highest award for pop music, the Library of Congress's Gershwin Prize, at a ceremony at the White House. The president said that the Motown legend had been the soundtrack to his youth, and he doubted that his wife would have married him if he hadn't been a Stevie Wonder fan. 1995, Frank Sinatra performed the final concert at Palm Springs Marriott Desert Spring Resort as a part of the Frank Sinatra Desert Classic Golf Tournament. Sinatra's final appearance in front of a live audience took place later in the year during a star-studded 80th birthday event at the Shrine Auditorium. And in 1963, the Beatles released their very first single, Please, Please Me. That is Today in Music. Stick around. Within 10 minutes, we've got news and weather together and more killer hits coming up. Give me a second. Okay, we're good. All right, back to you guys. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Last time I'm catching up on Dowdy's. Mrs. Thomas and I used to go to Dowdy's while we were dating. That was always a lot of fun. Atlantis. Oh boy. So many different memories come up from Atlantis. Oh my goodness. It's just amazing. Hard to believe. Truly hard to believe. And I have totally lost something. I'm going to have to keep track of you guys like this. Man, this is going to, my computer is, my wacky old laptop has done the crazy. See if I can find you guys. Hang on just a second. Minor setback on my end, not yours. You guys are fine. Just I can't see everything you're doing. Give me a break here. All right, let's try. All right, whoops. Okay. All right. Trying to catch up with this. Comments. Might just have to go this way. Hang on, guys. All right, there we go. Ooh, Fisherman's Wharf Restaurant. Absolutely. In Wanchese. You know, that's still sitting there, all the restaurant equipment, all those tables, chairs. It's amazing. They just shut it down. And it's been, what, at least 10 years, right? Something like that. At least I think it has. Keith Duke. Oh, Collis. Oh, my gosh. Who doesn't remember him, man? Absolutely. Tried real hard here. There it goes. Yeah, my poor computer. All right. Keith Duke and Collis. Gina, when did they close? That's a good question. We'll figure this out together somehow. Went to the site of. Oh, okay. Oh, all right, Kristen. Awesome. You're going to have a lot of photos to send us. I can see this coming. Oh, gonna rebuild. All right. Okay. Bill want to just get out, if I remember correctly. I gotcha. What about Ben Franklin? Missing that one. Ben Franklin ever goes, I'll lose it. I know, Ben Franklin. That's like a trip back in time. Wow. He did have good crab bisque. That's exactly right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Pretty cool. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, what else here? Ms. Margie owns the Ben Franklin. Okay. Very cool. Yes, she does. Miss Margie owns the Ben Franklin. All right, I'm going to try something, guys. Give me a break. See if I can get my computer back where it needs to be. Real quick, and I'll catch up on your comments while this is doing it. Oh, Evans Crab House. Yum. Amen to that one. That is for sure. All right. Going back. See if we make this. Maybe we'll make it happen. Let's see. All right. Cross your phalanges. Channel Bass in Hatteras Village. I've heard of it. Never went there. Never made it there. Oh, Midget's Barbecue. Uh-huh. All these great places. Absolutely. Really, really cool. How about Mrs. T's Deli? Do you remember going there? Or Pigman's before it was? What was it? Ye Old Ham Shop? What was the name of that place? I remember that. Michael says, going to see if he can get his license to open 2 bars across the street from each other. Operating room and the recovery room. That's funny. I had a buddy that swore if he ever had enough money, he would open up a place down here called Shaggers. And it would be a beach music place. That could be, that's right. Ye Old Ham Shop. I knew it was close. They had the best pork sandwich in there. So did Mrs. T's. She had a good pork sandwich too. Absolutely. All these places were nice and close. So the radio stations were here. The TV studio that I worked for, they were just up right there where the car wash is on 8th Street. There was a little office building there years ago. And Beach TV was in there. And I would work. I worked at both places for a while. We had a great time. Shag music. That's right. Shaggers. That would have been a good thing. And my buddy's passed on now, so he never got to open up Shaggers. So I'm just going to throw that idea out there to somebody with a lot of money. You guys go do it. Yeah. Yep. Man. Oh, hey, Tom. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Good. Yep. Kristen. Yeah, 3 Tequilas, Western Sizzlin. My sister-in-law was a waitress there at Western Sizzlin for years. Yep. And then it became Roosters. Remember that? Oh, at Ole Miss, the library. That's a cool name for a bar. I think that is kind of cool. I like that. The library. Man. Hey, Bethy, there you are. You almost missed us. Everybody say hi to Bethy. Hi, Gina. Marco worked there. That's right. Oh my gosh. Almost forgot about that. Gina, you have a great day too. Absolutely. Have a wonderful day. Tom's getting the car fixed today. Lucky him. Lucky him. Taking care of business. Taking care of business every day. They're saying hi to you, Bethy. How are you today, Bethy? There we go. She says she's taking care of business. I believe her. So you have friends from the OBX that are in Florida. You guys are doing lunch. Cool. Is it Gary? Good afternoon, Bethy. That's funny. Okay, Kristen's. Yeah, okay. Oh, they got a vet up there? Do they? I'd like to have a vet too. What year's the vet, Tom? I would take, yeah. Other than the 63 split window coupe, which I think everybody would like to have, I'll take one of the Stingrays from maybe 72 on till about 78. And that's my wheelhouse. That's where I liked. If I had one, that's the bet I would have. Gary Roosters has been gone for a little while. So, yeah, I know Victoria. Mike hasn't been on here for a while. Yeah. Kristen wants a pickup truck. Okay. There's a lot you can do here on the Outer Banks with a pickup truck, especially if it's 4-wheel drive. You could drive on the beach with that. He might be snowed in, Gary. That's a good thought. That's very possible. When you think of it, could easily be the problem. But if he was snowed in, he would be having a lot of time on his hands. Ooh, okay. The Austin Healey's pretty. What is it, man? Not the oh my gosh, the TR, not the 7. Or a Morgan, or a midget, MG. Yeah, that's a lot of fun, isn't it? Driving on the beach. It really is. It's a lot of fun. Driving on the beach. It's a whole different Outer Banks when you do that. A lot of folks have no idea what they're missing, and that is for sure. A lot of fun, but remember to air down. The MG midget. I love those. Do I want a Yugo? Are you trying to say Yugo? I don't want a Yugo. No, I really don't. Yep, I agree. Yep. And Victoria agrees it's a lot of fun. It really is. Victoria, is there any snow left on the ground in Hertford? I suspect there probably is. It's going to be melting away. I don't know. The vet is awful close, and it's a big temptation. But at least, you can look at it. So, but the pickup truck will be less expensive, I think, especially if it was a beater. Oh gosh, there you go. Weren't they crazy? Then there was the LeCar. Remember that? Then of course, there's the smart car. The Ford Festiva. Was that the little, about the size of the Yugo, wasn't it? How about the first Honda Civic? It was pretty little. About as little as a little Mini Cooper. Honda Pilot. Really? Wow. That's so cool that you get to know that. Yep. I understand where you're coming from, Perrin. I gotcha. Definitely. Oh, your back porch is still filled with snow? Shoo. Wow. Oh my gosh, Perrin, the K car, the Chrysler K car. I remember that. Looked like a pregnant roller skate. Oh my gosh. Very funny. Absolutely. Oh man. Oh, and the Pacer. You know, the Pacer wasn't cool until Wayne and Garth got a hold of one. I always thought they were just really weird looking cars. I look more like a gremlin. A gremlin man? Nah, don't think so. Oh. 1 week, then you head for colder weather. Not looking forward to freezing. Are you going up north to Philly? Bethy, is that where you're going? Yay or nay? Well, hope you have a good trip, whatever you do. Don't forget, it's not spring yet. There's always a chance of something. Oh, man, the Pinto. So, Kristen, my dad, he had to drive a lot to get to work when I was a kid. And he would buy a Pinto because they were cheap. And it got all these miles to the gallon, little 4-cylinder car. And the trouble is, he was always hitting a deer in his Pinto, or they hit him, one or the other. So he would patch up the car with different body parts. So it's like a green Pinto with a yellow hood and a makeshift grill. Yeah, my mom really thought that was wonderful, setting in the driveway. But anyway, it saved a lot of money on gas at the time. You know, when gas was kind of more expensive than it had been, you know. Now the Vega I like too. Mike, how about the V8? Yep. Was that Bill Grumpy Jenkins? Remember he used to race a Vega on the drag strip? Puts in his wide tires, his slicks on it. V8, it's a mean looking machine. I thought, at least. For a little car, it hopped up real well. Yeah, that's right. There you go. All right, guys, somebody throw me a cue, and we're going to call it a day here. Tomorrow, Cindy will be back, and we'll be having a good time going through pictures, talking about NASCAR, talking about LZ, Mr. D, the trip up the coast, the weather, you name it. Roll them credits. Thank you, Perrin. All right. Oh, a Mercury Bobcat. Wow, I haven't even thought about one of those. A reject Pinto. That's funny. Yeah, we did start it, didn't we? All right, we're going to roll the credits. Thank you. Thank you, Perrin. Thank you, Kristen. Thanks, everybody. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.